This is Let's Talk Chattanooga Real Estate, the podcast where we cover home buying, home selling, home improvement tips and ideas, market trends and developments, and investing in real estate. If you own real estate in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area, or want to own real estate here, then you're in the right place. Let's Talk Chattanooga Real Estate is hosted by Blake Watson, a real estate agent and investor in Tennessee and Georgia.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Chattanooga Real Estate. I'm Blake Watson, your host, and I am an agent with Epic Realty here in Chattanooga and also licensed in Georgia as well as Tennessee. And I am a little bit under the weather today, so if you notice my voice sounds unusual, you'll know what's going on there. But I wanted to cover some information today because I think it's very timely and very relevant. As I was reviewing, as I always do, I'm always checking the market conditions and reviewing data points. And I do this on a regular basis so that I can do my job well. And I was reviewing the Chattanooga market statistics for February of 2025 and just kind of came up with some very interesting correlations that just make me realize what a good opportunity we have this spring in the Chattanooga area for buying and selling houses. So if you're interested in selling a house, we've got good opportunity. If you are interested in buying a house, I'm about to show you why this is an opportunity we've been waiting for, and this spring is really presenting itself well. Here are the main points I'm going to hit. Interest rates are coming down, and inventory is going up. We have more inventory of homes, and things are moving a little more slowly than they have been. There's more days on market for most houses in the Chattanooga area, which means as a buyer, you're going to have more opportunities to look at houses and select one that you really like, and you won't have to move at such a rapid pace that it's going to get bought out from under you. I mean, it might happen, but that's not as likely. So let's go through some of the data points, and I can explain. First off, kind of the headline here is interest rates coming down. This information is from Freddie Mac, and this actually was released last week on March 5th, I believe it was. They had announced that the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage average across the country had fallen each week for 7 weeks. It had actually come down a little bit each week for 7 weeks. It's been running at about 7% for a long time. And when I say a long time, all throughout last year, except for a dip in, I believe it was late August, September, we started having a dip that brought it all the way down to about 6% for just a week or so. But anyway, mortgage rates have been coming down, and as of March 5th, they were running on an average about 6.63% across the country. That's for 30 years. And a 15-year mortgage was 5.79%. And I just checked today, March 11th, and I found very quickly a rate right off from Bank of America, a big company that obviously does a lot of loans, 6.5%, and that's with 1 point. But that is 6.5% that Bank of America has just published on their website today, March 11th. So just letting you know, mortgage rates have come down over the past 7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks at this point, and they are continuing to drift a little bit lower. And this is making housing more affordable. It's also encouraging to those who've been waiting on the sidelines that now is appearing to be a better time to buy a house, to move, to upgrade if you're needing to upsize and get more space for a growing family, or you just have more stuff and you need more space. Or maybe it's time to downsize. Maybe you have maybe you're an empty nester and you need to clean out the house and downsize where you don't have as much to keep up with. That's very reasonable reason to be planning to move. And there's always things like job changes, career changes, life changes. Just life continues to happen. So people are buying and selling houses all the time. And I'm just telling you that right now, if you've been on the sidelines, this lower mortgage rate environment that's coming about is making it much more inviting. Now, here's another part of the equation, very important part. In February of 2025, the Chattanooga Realtors Association, that's Greater Chattanooga Realtors, of which I'm a member, our Chattanooga MLS has inventory level of 2,897 single-family homes for sale. That's 2,897. Now, here's why that's an important number. That's up 41% from February of 24. So over the past year, we have seen an increase in inventory of 41% increase. So last year it was 2,053, just a little over 2,000 homes were available for sale at this time. Now, February 25, 2,897 homes for sale. More inventory. That's a lot more inventory, and that means there's more houses to choose from. There's more available. Another key number is days on market. Currently, we're at 59 days on market as an average days on market. So 59 days on market, that is still a pretty fast moving market and still a seller's market. But 59 days on market as an average is much more palatable to most folks than 25 days on market or something that quick where houses are just flying out the door. But 59 days on market is a much better pace for houses to be selling. It gives more opportunity for you as a buyer. That's really where the benefit is you as a buyer. You've got more time to look at more houses. You don't have to immediately be on a house the day it hits the market. You might. Houses that are in hot neighborhoods and great locations and they're in great condition and they're priced right. Now, they're still going to fly off the shelf very quickly when they get listed. But in general, with an average of 59 days on market, there's going to be more opportunity for you to look at more houses, have the time to decide which one you like best, and make an offer and negotiate through a reasonable purchase. So this is a good thing for buyers. A couple more data points just so you have them. This one's pretty important. Median sales price. Now, that has continued to rise. We are currently at $330,000 as the median sales price in the Chattanooga MLS, and that's up about 8% from February of 24 when the median sales price was $306,000. So there has been an increase, pretty significant increase actually, year to year on the median sales price of homes in the Chattanooga MLS. Now, I want to indicate that the Chattanooga MLS is not just the city of Chattanooga. It's not just Hamilton County. It includes Hamilton County, Tennessee, Sequatchie County, Tennessee, and then Dade, Walker, and Catoosa counties in Georgia. So those are the 5 counties that are primary counties for the Chattanooga MLS. There are other houses listed in there that are in other counties that are in the area, but the majority of the houses are in those 5 counties. So the numbers I'm giving you utilize all 5 of those counties. So I told you that median sales price has moved up, and it continues to rise, not as quickly as it had earlier in this decade, but it has continued to rise, which means that property values continue to increase. The price of a house continues to increase. This is why I was saying that now is the time. Interest rates have come down. There's more inventory available, and prices continue to go up. In my opinion, it's not wise to continue waiting. It would be better to go ahead and acquire your house, enjoy some of that appreciation. If you need to refinance in the future, so be it. But even with interest rates in the upper 6s, that's still a manageable interest rate that you could live with for a while. So here's another data point. Closed sales. In February of 2025, we had 684 closed sales in the Chattanooga MLS. February of 24, which incidentally was a leap year, so there was an extra day, there were 696 closings, slightly more than February of 2025, but almost the same number of houses were sold. So what that tells us is the same number of houses are selling, the price of houses year over year has increased, but there's more inventory available this year, a lot more inventory in 2025, and interest rates have come down. They are definitely lower today than they were a year ago. In the upper 6s, we'll say upper 6s, and you've got better interest rates, you've got more inventory. It's spring, and Chattanooga has a lot of beautiful houses ready for you to choose from. So if you've been wondering if it's a good time now to sell your house and move to another house, or perhaps you've been in a rental and it's time for you to buy a house and become an owner, now is the time. I just gave you some good reasons why, and I would love to be a part of your journey. It would make my day if you reach out to me, say, hey, Blake, I heard the information you had on the podcast, and I'd like to talk to you and explore the possibility of a new home. So here's how you can reach me. Of course, on my mobile phone is great, 423-315-1815. Call or text, it's fine. And you know I'm an agent with Epic Realty. Let me give you that office number, 888-893-3537. You can find my website at homechattanooga.com. You can search for houses there. I do have a tool that's connected to the Chattanooga MLS, so you can certainly see houses available in the Chattanooga area. And my website at homechattanooga.com. And then, of course, you can also find me on Facebook and on LinkedIn. I'm Blake Watson on both of those platforms. And on Instagram, you can find me at Rock and Roll Blake. Hey, thanks for listening to today's episode. And if this has been helpful to you, well, please share this with a friend, especially if you have a friend who's maybe thinking about buying a house. Have y'all had a conversation? Have you talked with someone who is thinking about moving? Have them listen to this podcast. This might give them some more encouragement to understand that things are kind of aligning to be a good spring season for buying and selling houses. And I would love to talk to them. Be sure to follow this podcast so you won't miss any future episodes. And again, I thank you for listening. Have a great week, and I wish you the best in your real estate journey.